Hey guys, got into football here, back with another video. And today's video is Premier League score predictions, game week 20 plus two games in game week 28. Right. I just did a video on Bundesliga score predictions for tonight and tomorrow. Right, so I've also got plus game week 28 with 2 games in hand. Right, I've just done the Bundesliga score predictions. That's the last time I'm going to do it because I'm going on. I said I'll keep doing it until the Premier League returned. I'm going to possibly do Championship as well. I'm not too sure yet. Champions League and Europa League I might do because they're on about restarting it. So I might be doing it when it restarts. Thinking about it, I don't know if I do good Championship because the Championship is literally just too unpredictable. One team can literally be bottom of the league, and then the other week you can literally be in the playoffs. Right, so let's get into the video then. Right, the first game is Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. I'm gonna go Aston Villa 1, Sheffield United 3. I just think in this game, Sheffield United will just be too good for Aston Villa. I think Jack Grealish might have time to sign in this game. I think Jack Grealish might get the goal. I think Sheffield United are going to be too good for Aston Villa. No disrespect to Aston Villa. Villa can still stay up. As a Wolves fan, I do hope they do go down actually. But at the same time, I do like the Midland clubs to do quite well though at the same time. It's like I said, 3-1 Sheffield United. You think they'll be too good for Villa in the end? Well, the next game is the second game in hand on the second game, which is the other game in hand, which is Manchester City versus Arsenal. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win to Manchester City because I just think Arsenal losing 3-2 to Brentford in their friendly. Also, Arsenal, it doesn't look like they've really improved, does it? So I just think Manchester City will fly behind closed doors, and I think they'll just be far too good for Arsenal in the end. Right, we're on to game week 30 now, because I just did the 2 game in hands on game in hands. I just did the game week 28, the 2 games in hand. Now I'm going to do game week 30, which is still the weekend. The first game of the weekend is Norwich City versus Southampton. I think Southampton are well safe now, so Norwich will be hoping to win this game. Before the season got suspended, the picked to a win against Leicester City. Norwich picked to a win against Leicester City, lost 1-0 to Liverpool and 1-0 to Sheffield United. So they're not doing too bad. So I think Norwich are going to win this game. Norwich 1, Southampton 0. I think Southampton were well safe though. Right, you can have a drink. Right, the next game is Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. This is going to be a special game because Jose Mourinho now manages Tottenham Hotspur and he's managed Man United. So I think that in this game, Man United are going to get the win. I'm going Tottenham Hotspur 1, Man United 2. I think Bruno and Rashford might get the goal for United, and I think Dele Alli might get the goal for Tottenham, perhaps. I think Man United I think Man United might have the extra quality than Tottenham, because Tottenham is their first season in their new ground behind closed doors. So Man United might be able to cope with it because they've got the biggest stadium in England. Well, I know they're not playing at their Old Trafford, they're playing away at Spurs at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But I think they've got it. They've got Pogba back. Plus the new signings of Bruno Fernandes and N'Golo. They've now got Mason Greenwood there. They've got Rashford, Martial. They've got Scott McTominay. You've got so many great players. You've got Scott McTominay, Paul Pogba, and now Bruno Fernandes. So they're going to link up really well. Some people say Pogba's not overrated. He just needs to play a few more games. And I'm like, he's a bit overrated, but I think that He got team of the season last season, so he's not all that bad, is he? But I just think that I think he might stay at United, perhaps, but I think he might come back okay because behind closed doors, and he might be able to focus a little bit more without the fans. He might be able to prove himself to everyone. Right, the next game is Watford versus Leicester City. I think Watford are going to win this one because they beat Liverpool, didn't they? Sarr and Troy Deeney scored. So on this game, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Watford, and I'm going to say Troy Deeney's going to... I don't know, I think Troy Deeney's back in training and not too sore. He did say he wasn't going to play, but I'm not too sure on that, so I might go as a different goal scorer and say I might go for Sarr. No, actually, I'm going to go Delafeu, actually. Right, so I'll go Watford 1, Leicester City 0, and I'll go Gerard Delafeu with the goal. Right, the next game is Brighton and Hove Albion versus Arsenal. Graham Potter's Brighton versus Michael Arteta's Arsenal. Oh, this will be a very test. I don't think Arsenal are going to win. I don't think anything going to win. I think it's going to be a draw, actually. I think it'll be Brighton Hove Albion 1, Arsenal 1. I just think in this game, Arsenal losing to Brentford in a friendly. It doesn't look like it's much improved. And Man United, Arsenal actually had the full strength team out and actually made change. I think the whole team at half time or something like that. So I just think they won't look any better. Well, you've got players like Nicolas Pepe, Alexander Lacazette, and Aubameyang. Granit Xhaka and Nicolas Pepe might want to prove themselves wrong to everyone. So I'm just going to say 1-1. I think Bernardo Trossard will get a goal for Brighton, and I think for Arsenal, I think Saka might get the goal. I think Michael Arteta might give that youngster Saka a bit of chance, and I just think he'll get a goal. I do, even though I don't know the lines up. Next game, West Ham United versus my team, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves. I'm going to go West Ham United 1. I'm going to go Wolves 2. I don't think Wolves are just going to be too good for West Ham. But West Ham might be able to prove themselves wrong to everyone behind closed doors because they got a 60,000 seater stadium and they haven't been getting the results there. And the ball promised them Champions League, Europa League finishes, and they didn't get that, did they? I think that the West Ham United board lied to some of their fans. Sullivan, Golden, Brady, they promised them a better stadium and they've actually got them a worse stadium. They should never have left Upton Park. They should have just done it up slightly and they should have stayed there. Or, if they wanted a London stadium, they should have took the capacity down slightly to about 40,000 when they can actually create an atmosphere. 60,000 stadium, they just cannot create an atmosphere with... No disrespect to the West Ham United fan base, but I think a 60,000 stadium is too much for them and they just cannot create an atmosphere with the capacity they've got. At Upton Park, there's always an atmosphere, 35,000 fans, but if they moved to the Olympic London Stadium, they should have made it 40,000, 45,000, then it might have actually made an atmosphere. So I just think Wolves are going to be too good for West Ham. I actually think West Ham might go 1-0 up and then I think we'll win 2-1 from there. I think for West Ham, I think that Jarrell Bowen will get their goal. Yeah, but I think Bowen... Actually, I'm going to change the scorer. I'm going to say Pablo Fornals. And for Wolves, I'm going to say Raul Jimenez and Adama Traore. Actually, I'll go Raul Jimenez and Diogo Jota. Right. Next game is Borov versus Crystal Palace. Well, Bournemouth with 10,000 seater stadium, I think you might struggle behind closed doors in my personal opinion, in a relegation scrap at the same time. Obviously got a decent team, Crystal Palace, who are really hard to beat, and they actually play quite well away from home. So I'm going to go Bournemouth 0, Crystal Palace 2. I think Wilfried Zaha and Jordan Ayew will get the goals for Crystal Palace. Right, the The next game is Newcastle United versus Sheffield United. I think this is going to end in a draw because I know that Newcastle United have got the brand new Saudi Arabian owners. They got the new Saudi Arabian owners, and I just think that nothing's going to be set. I don't think anything's going to separate the two sides. I mean, anything's going to separate the two sides, and I think so. The players like Joelinton and Almiron and Sam Maxiam might be able to prove themselves. To everyone and play better. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. I think Sheffield United are going to play really well. So I think Sheffield United are going to be 2-0 up, and then Newcastle are going to go back and get 2 goals. So I think the goal scorers for Sheffield United, John Fleck and maybe Billy Sharp. And Newcastle United, I'm going to Alan St Maxiam and Sean Longstaff. Right, the next game is Aston Villa versus Chelsea. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw because Chelsea have really struggled against the small teams. Well, Villa aren't a small team, but they're struggling. I think you know what I mean. And I just think in the end that I just think sorry about that in the background there. It's just a stupid phone going off in the background there. Sorry about that, guys. Right, the next game is Aston Villa versus Chelsea. I'm going 1-1 draw because Chelsea really struggling against the small teams. Well, they're not really a small team, Villa. They're a big team, but I'm just saying struggling team. That's what I mean. I think the first goal, I think Chelsea will get the first goal, and I think Tammy Abraham will score. Okay, he used to play for Villa, I know. I think Tammy Abraham might score. And the Villa's goal scorer, Jack Grealish. Right, the next game is Everton versus Liverpool. I think it could be Everton 1, Liverpool 2. I think possibly Liverpool, the Everton goal scorer, I'm going to go Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And for Liverpool, I'm going to go Sadio Mane and Jordan Henderson. Right, the next game is Manchester City versus Burnley. I think this will be an easy win for Man City. No disrespect to Burnley, but I think they'll struggle, Burnley. And I think Man City will fly behind closed doors. And I think it'll be 3-0 to Man City. So I think Aguero will get one, De Bruyne will get one, and Mahrez will get one. Right, we're at the end of the video now. So if you did like the video, please remember to like and subscribe. And do subscribe to it. And do go and check out other videos if you really are enjoying this channel. Until then, goodbye.